Hi, I'm Lance Panigutti, co-founder and owner of Without Limits Productions. I started racing myself in 1996, kind of came up through the USA Triathlon pipeline, racing on the junior national team, going to the World Championships in the 90s, and then never really thought about being a race director. I raced professionally after college for a few years on the ITU circuit. And every time I went to a race, I kind of saw a big gap between the elite amateur racers, the professionals, and the beginners. And it kind of felt like for the sport to grow, there needed to be events that bridged the gap and was laid back, professional, but catered more to the beginners. The biggest thing at our races is we try to create an atmosphere that isn't intimidating. It's a little bit smaller races usually, 500 to 1,000 people. And it's just an atmosphere where there's more mingling. I mean, people are typically doing triathlons with their friends, with their family members, and they want to experience, no matter what their ability level is, with the people they showed up to the race with. The best thing we hear from beginners, and literally every time a beginner says, I'm gonna be last, they're never last. And every time we talk to them after the race, the common theme is, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. And they want to go up to the next distance. So our events, we have sprint distance, Olympic distance, and half Ironman. And one of the most rewarding things we've seen over the years is watching someone do a triathlon sprint relay 1 year, then the next year sign up as an individual, and then 3 years later, they're doing our long course races. So as our company is planning for 2021, it kind of reminds me of when we started in 2008 as a company. It was just more grassroots. And it worked back then. And it's kind of getting back to that grassroots mindset of we might have people registering for a race the week of the race. It's not us selling out 6 months in advance. A race that we're typically at 1,000 participants might be capped because of Colorado state restrictions at 400 people. And it's being okay in just communicating with the athletes of this is what we're looking at and this is where we're hoping to go with it. And just saying, you know what, we're racing and we're gathering together again. There's going to be new things like time trial swim starts. That's something we did last year at our swim run series as a test, and it went great. People are spread out 6 feet apart, lining up on the beach. One person starts their swim every 5 seconds. So it's an unintimidating atmosphere that triathlons have used over the years, and it's worked well. You might experience bike racks that are built a little bit different. They're spread out a little bit more. And unfortunately, it might mean no spectators. Spectators are kind of the big unknown if we are at capacity restrictions. Going into 2020, in January and February before COVID broke out, the biggest thing we saw was an uptick of beginners. And it was a trend that had been going on for 3 years. I'm hoping to see that continue. And it really, I think knowing our community, it's the first thing that they're looking to get back to.